Hi, I'm Austin.
And I'm Megan.
Oh, okay. And this is the Vanilla Chill podcast. You can tell how prepared we are. We've done this a lot. This episode 2, I think I already said that.
Yeah, episode 2. No, you didn't say that.
Did I not? Okay, well, this is the second episode because there was the first one. And now that we've done that one, we're on the second one.
That's how chronological order works.
That is how
Good
counting
job.
works, yeah. So, we had a few things to talk about today. First of which being, we've been trying to find ways to not kill time, but kind of like pass the time in quarantine.
In a fun way.
In a fun way. Not like obviously, I've been playing some video games and all that fun stuff. But, Megan is not exactly super proficient at poker.
Oh, no.
However, we're going to play some poker. And then immediately, Megan was like, well, what about strip poker?
I'm just trying to make it interesting here.
So, we played with the clothes that we had on, and I think I won the first round.
You did win, but it wasn't a very long
No,
round
it was
of poker.
very quick.
We were
because we
wearing our
betting.
PJs.
Yeah, exactly. So then we decided to
get prepared.
To get prepared for strip poker. And sometimes people think, "Ooh, strip poker, sexy."
Nope.
Not this time. Not this time. Because, there's nothing sexy about your fiance wearing 1,200 pairs of underwear.
Heck yeah.
It was brutal. Our feet didn't even have shapes. They
No,
were just
it was
round.
like little
We had so many pairs of socks
fabric
on.
discs. I
Yeah.
could slide around the apartment.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a way to pass the time, strip poker, but do it with all of your clothes.
As many as you can stand. Because, I have a lot of clothes. So at a certain point, I just kind of got bored of putting the clothes on. There were so many layers, it was getting exhausting. Whereas, you wore pretty much every t-shirt you own because you
Don't have tons of t-shirts.
You don't
That's fine.
have tons of clothes.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you're looking for a fun activity.
With your partner. Or,
significant other or roommate.
yeah, best friend. Whoever you're comfortable
whoever
being.
you're quarantined with.
Naked
go
around.
for it. I have a clip.
Oh, you have a clip?
To kind of, what would be the word? Transition into the next topic. So you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Just gotta make sure this is turned up.
Right, and then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number in the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds interesting to me. So.
I want to know. I really want to know, before we dive into this, shouldn't he have a team in place? So before he goes on stage, someone knows what he's going to say and is maybe like, hey, Donald, that sounds kind of dumb. Shouldn't, with being president and being as rich as he is, you'd think he'd be able to hire a team of people to maybe stop him from sounding so outrageously stupid.
I can almost guarantee he does have that team that you're talking about. And you know what? They try. They try so hard. But he doesn't listen. I can guarantee, because if he's paying somebody, then he's the boss. And he doesn't have to listen.
I just don't understand how a man who's so blatantly ignorant to so many things is as rich and successful as he is.
He's not as successful as you'd think.
I know, but
I mean, in terms of overall success,
Yeah.
I would say becoming president and all these things. But he's declared,
bankruptcy a few times.
A few times. Not personal bankruptcy, but it's still like
Some kind
he's
of a
failed a lot of times.
corporate bailout.
Well, yeah, let's not even get into that. No, it's incredible that he was just like, maybe.
Like-
They do, and okay, if you are 5 years old and you see people, like cleaning things with those disinfectant wipes, and it's like, well, does that help? Well, yeah, it makes sure everything's clean. So I can see in that 5-year-old's brain.
We're not
being
talking
like,
about a
Hey,
5-year-old.
maybe we could use that to beat the virus.
We're not talking about a 5-year-old, though. We're talking about a 70-something-year-old man.
Donald Trump. He
Cheeto.
he's not 5 years old, and in fact, he's 73 years old.
Jesus.
He was born at the end of World War II.
So, he's a boomer.
He is, by definition, a boomer.
Yeah.
So, whenever anytime he says things like this, you can just, okay, boomer.
Okay, boomer.
Um,
Sure, injecting Lysol into my bloodstream will definitely cure me of any virus I may have.
Well, you won't die of the coronavirus.
It just astounds me. It really, this whole thing kind of astounds me with how stupid people can be, because I feel like we've been careful and, sanitizing after going to the grocery store, and we have these really cool masks.
Yeah, we got like the copper masks.
Yeah, the
Like,
copper, it's like this copper infused fabric. My mom made them,
Shout out to Mom.
Shout out to Mom. Actually, I think a friend of hers sewed them.
Yes.
Because my
Yeah.
mom can't sew. And that's
That's fair.
okay. That's not a skill a lot of people have nowadays. But like, I feel like we've been taking like not necessarily outrageous precautions. We've been taking most of the recommended precautions,
Yeah.
but it hasn't been outrageous precautions. So I don't understand why people are necessarily freaking out as much as they are, because we're fine. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe we have that resistant gene, but I feel like we're doing everything at a pretty regular level, and some people is suggesting people inject Lysol into their bodies. Like,
Is wild.
why don't you just use hand sanitizer, social distance, and
Not be an idiot.
not be an idiot? Like, I feel like so much of this is common sense, and a lot of individuals are having a hard time grasping what I always assumed was common sense, but it is apparently not on
it's not.
a global scale.
No. On a happier
Yes.
topic.
Please.
I had 3 teeth taken out of my head.
Oh, a happier topic. That was kind of terrifying.
Yeah, so I went in, I was having like toothaches and all this fun stuff, and then
Oh, you're downplaying it so hardcore. I'm gonna take over for a second. So, one day, we were going out for a drive. We were having a lovely day. I think that was the day we went for a hike. And we're coming home, and just all of a sudden, your face just kind of all the life went out of your face. Like, you turned white, and you're
I
like,
died.
I've got a headache. So we get you home, and within 5 minutes
No,
of
no,
getting...
no. We went to A&W.
Oh yeah, we did go to
'Cause
Andrew.
you wanted A&W.
That's right. We were in the drive-thru.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then still, you had a headache. We rushed home, and then your face swelled up.
Not that much.
Babe,
I was there.
it was pretty bad.
Okay, well.
It was pretty bad, guys.
Agree to
It was
disagree.
not. It was not what your face normally looks like. Like, you were
What's
clearly...
a normal face, even?
You were clearly swollen. And it was a panic for me, because I didn't know what was going to happen. Like, We're in quarantine. Can we even go to the dentist? So we figured it all out. But I tell you, it was like a panicked moment. Are we going to have to take you to the hospital kind of a thing? Because your head hurts so much. Like, you couldn't even...
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It was bad. It was like the worst migraine someone could have.
Well, and that's the thing with teeth pain, and I've said it to Megan before. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Because it's just terrible. Like, teeth pain are just the worst. So then I got into the dentist because it was considered an emergency.
Yes. And that is something we should clarify. Unless it is a dental emergency.
Yeah, they won't see you.
Yeah.
And yeah. But this was considered, because it was more or less an abscess, I believe. So they did an x-ray. And they found one tooth that was almost definitely the issue. And then another tooth that may probably be the issue. So initially, she was like, okay, we're going to pull these two. Is that okay? And I was like, yeah. Keeping in mind, too, I also kind of have a phobia of the dentist. So there's that. So as she takes the first one out, and it was good. It's great. Went pretty good. I got the freezing in. I actually got extra freezing because I'm a ginger, which is kind of cool. I learned about that. And then she starts taking out the second tooth. Now, by the time the second tooth came out, she's like, okay, so we don't have to do it today, but I recommend taking out a third tooth. And I was like, why? And apparently, as she was trying to remove the other two teeth, the third tooth was just falling apart.
Just right out of your face.
Just falling right out of my face. So, yeah, I had 3 teeth removed. And it was not cheap.
No, it was not.
So now Megan's paying for things.
Yeah.
Because she made me go to the dentist. I was just fine being in awful amounts of pain.
I want to say it was very weird from my angle because I just like dropped you off and they were really sweet and they took you right away. But we walked in at about 10:30 in the morning,
mm-hmm.
and we didn't get out of there until like 11:20.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really strange for me because I had been waiting a while, and I was like, oh, they're just going to freeze you and rip one tooth out. Like, it'll be 15-20 minutes tops. And
Fair.
after 15-20 minutes, the dentist actually came out and said, hey, sweetie, so we're just going to be about a half hour longer if you want to, like, go for a walk or something. And I'm sitting there thinking, you should already be done.
Like, what are you doing to my fiance?
And then, come out. Oh, we just ripped out 3 of his teeth. And then, shout out to the dentist because she made a hilarious joke.
Okay, so if you're paying like with debit or credit or whatever, at least in Canada, I know some places are different, but they have like the tap pay, but it's limited to $100 so that like people can't steal your card and like rack up big purchases.
Yeah.
So the bill came up, and I'll just say it was more than $100. I'll just say it was more than $100. So I couldn't tap, and I was like, and I mentioned to them, I was like, oh, I guess I can't tap that.
Yeah.
And to which the dentist replied, that's what she said. And I was just like, I think I actually have a cool dentist now. Mm-hmm. So that's awesome.
She's rad. She's been my dentist for a few years now.
Shout out
to the dentist.
For taking out 3 of my teeth.
And they had big plexiglass in front of the window. Like, they doing a stand-up job.
Yeah.
I will say that we live in a very small community. Well, I guess not small compared to where you're from, but small in general, I would say. We're about 20,000 people. And
where I'm from is about 500 people. So...
a little different.
20,000 is a metropolis.
Well, just in our small, I'm using air quotations here, small town, I think everyone's doing a really good job, like all the businesses and stuff. And this is a locally owned dentist as far as I'm aware.
Like a local practice.
Yeah. So it's cool that they're still doing that.
So long story short, I paid a lot of money for people to remove things from my face.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you did.
that was
Perks of being an adult.
yeah.
Here's
fun
a large
stuff.
sum of cash. Please rip things out of my face.
Yeah. Well, no cash though. No cash. 'Cause
Oh,
that's
yeah,
dirty.
no.
We use debit. Now on an actually lighter topic, because remember we went from Trump to my teeth. Now, as anybody listening may know, pretty much all sports for the foreseeable short-term future, at least, have been canceled or postponed. So most sports have been canceled or postponed, and that's frustrating. It's left a lot of fans kind of feeling bored, really. Like, I know I'm a big hockey fan. I'm a big NHL fan. Go Canucks. And they were kind of gearing up for a playoff run, and we'd be right in the playoffs right now, and it's canceled. And I know, obviously, in the scheme of things, the NHL is not important as opposed to, you know, the general health and safety of Earth. But it's kind of left a hole in a lot of people's time, right? You devote all this time and love and support for this sport, and then it's canceled or it's postponed. So my fiance and I have kind of created a I don't want to call it hit sensation yet, but it is a new sport. And
What are we talking about?
We're talking about tape ball.
Heck yeah, tape ball. Okay, did we talk about the origins of tape ball?
Not yet, no.
Okay, so flashback a few weeks, which I just want to say is insane because I felt like this was
time means nothing.
time means nothing. But I felt like this started like really late into quarantine, which is insane because I guess it's been quarantined for like I don't even know how long. I don't know what time is anymore. But anyway, flashback to April 1st. Now, a lot of people were saying not to make jokes on April Fool's Day this year because life is already kind of messed up as it is. So I didn't do any public jokes, but I could not help trying to play a prank on my fiance because we both have good senses of humor, and I think laughter is a good way of dealing with difficult things. So I was like, let's play a prank. Let's do a little laugh. So in our apartment, the doors are kind of like sunken in to the wall a little bit. So I was able to quite literally tape him into the bathroom. I just put tape all across the door frame and taped him in the bathroom. And it was hilarious because he was in the bathroom hearing me tape him in and could do nothing about it. So when he finally left the bathroom, he just ripped up all the tape, put it into a little ball, crumpled all the tape into a ball, and threw it at me. And then we started throwing the ball of tape at each other. And thus was the creation of tape ball. Now, we are fortunate that our living room is regulation tape ball size.
Yeah, we really lucked out with that. We didn't realize when we got the place that it was regulation tape ball size, but, you know, here we are. You know, life surprises you sometimes.
And, yeah, so now for, I would say, at least once a day, every day since then, we have spent a good half-hour tape ball session in the living room. Just throwing tape back and forth.
Well, throwing and hitting, it's kind of like a combo of, like, volleyball and...
I don't know enough about sports to make this comparison. Clearly, my sport of choice is tape ball.
Yeah.
So I don't have very much sports knowledge here.
But yeah, so if you're looking for something, other thing to do other than strip poker, we recommend tape ball.
Yeah.
It's been a great way to get some cardio in.
Counteract
just have some fun.
Counteract all that quarantine baking and cooking we've been doing.
Yes.
Too much food. Too much food.
So much food. So much food. Now, sorry, just totally, I'm really bad at transitions. I might get better at this. Last topic of the day
Okay.
that I have prepared at least.
Okay.
This quarantine's been rough on a lot of people. You know, it's weird being home. It's stressful. It's just a strange time, you know, and we need like a mascot, I think, or like
quarantine
representative, like a representative to show what's going on. And I think the world found that. I think we got that.
Oh no.
I think we did.
No.
So there's this dog, and this dog, before quarantine, would run and play with the kids at the park. He would just run and play because he was a good dog. He still is a good dog.
All dogs are good dogs.
He's a bulldog, and his name's Big Papa. Now, Big Papa, if you don't know already, you should, because he's taken over. The Big Papa Instagram account over the last week has gained something like 60,000 followers.
It's because he's the cutie wootiest.
He really is the cutie wootiest.
I love dogs so much, and this picture just broke my heart. You can see the pain
Yeah.
in his little puppy dog eyes, and he just wants to run and play and chase a squirrel or run after a bicycle. I don't know what he needs to do, but he needs to be allowed to do it. So we all need to take our social distancing and quarantine things proper. What am
Seriously.
I trying to? I'm so upset
Because
about this dog.
You can't keep hurting Big Papa like this.
We're hurting him. We need to flatten this curve. We need to get rid of this virus so that Big Papa can go chase a squirrel.
Yeah. So basically, go follow Big Papa on Instagram.
Is there a Twitter?
I don't know. I haven't checked.
I just got Twitter
She just
today.
got Twitter, so now she's all about Twitter.
Today.
Um,
Because I'm young and fun and hashtag relatable.
all right, that was terrible. But I found a hilarious news article. BC man goes viral for blocking a Tim Hortons drive-thru on foot and demanding coffee.
Hey, do you think you remember? No, that was, never mind.
Sometimes, thank you for that, Megan. Sometimes coffee's worth the fight, even if it means making a big scene in public. At this point in time, many restaurants have switched to drive-thru service only in order to keep customers and employees safe. One BC man didn't seem to like this and blocked the Tim Hortons drive-thru after being refused service while on foot. The entire incident was caught on video and has now gone viral. Tim Hortons coffee is one of Canada's main claims to fame, and it's unfortunate that that is true. I added that little bit. And nothing was going to stand in the way of one BC man on his pursuit of a cup of joe. I love the way articles build it up.
Why do people call it a cup of joe?
I don't know. On the morning of Friday, April 17th, a man walked up to a Tim Hortons drive-thru in Aldergrove asking for service. The unidentified man was allegedly denied service since he was walking and not driving. I know it's tricky for some people, but it is called a drive-thru.
You know, I a little bit get it because I don't drive. You drive. So if we weren't together and I was stuck in this apocalypse.
Yeah. Well, and also I've learned a little bit more. Apparently the dude was a truck driver. Like semi-truck. So he couldn't
drive.
go through the drive-thru.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
And he just wanted a fucking coffee. Okay, now I'm almost starting to side with him. Because it's like, he's not going into the store.
No.
I guess it would be a safety thing, I guess. But I don't know. That sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks because you can't get a semi in a drive-through.
No.
I remember I was working. I was on like a work crew, and we were trying to drive like an extended cab, long box truck, like pickup truck, and we got stuck in a drive-through. So there's no chance. Speaking of drive-throughs, we're gonna talk about that. Yeah, that's fine.
What? Talk about what?
The Starbucks.
Yes, we should.
So yesterday.
Oh God, no! That was like 2 or 3 days ago.
Okay, well, okay.
Time has no meaning. Again.
A couple days ago, a while ago, the other day. There we go. That's the perfect phrase for the apocalypse or quarantine. The other day. Who knows?
You could mean 3 weeks ago. You could mean 12 hours ago.
So we went to a lovely breakfast place, and we got some delicious, delicious breakfast takeout.
Yes.
We got it, and we went down to the water, and we were looking at the ocean. It was kind of a cloudy, rainy day, so it wasn't a super great view, but that's it.
But it was
Besides
nice.
It was nice. It was lovely.
It was a nice change of scenery.
Exactly. And then, so to preface, we pretty much just got up and left.
Oh yeah, we didn't even think about it. We got
Right.
up. Are they still open? Do they do takeout? Great.
Perfect.
Got
We
in the car.
We got dressed and left. And then we got takeout, and it was delicious, but then we're like, well, now we want coffee.
Yeah, we totally skipped our morning coffee, which we
skipped-
never do.
Never skip a morning coffee. So we're like, okay, well, we got to find a coffee. In the area we were in, there wasn't really drive-through places.
No.
So we're like, okay, whatever. So we kept going, and we're like, I know where a Starbucks is. There's a Starbucks. And then we're like, okay, cool. And then we were thinking about like, oh, Starbucks has fun drinks. We can get like a fun drink.
Yeah, we don't just have to get a regular coffee.
We
We
can
can
get
get
like
a
a
fun
fucking
thing.
matcha green tea latte.
So we go through the one place we thought was open, and we get literally to the little menu box drive-through thing, and there's a big sign that says, this location is closed due to COVID-19, which, all right. Luckily, it's Starbucks, so there was another one 5 minutes down the road.
Yeah, literally 5 minutes down the road. So we're like, okay, well, we'll go to that one. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, they got to have at least one open in the area, right? It was open.
And there were, what do you want to say?
I would say somewhere between 15 to 20 cars.
I was going to say 15 to 22.
in that drive-through.
Just waiting.
And just waiting for coffee. And we're just like, you know what?
I don't want a matcha green tea latte that bad, honey.
I don't know. It was brutal. There were so many people waiting for Starbucks.
I just love that. I mean, I guess there is really nothing to do but wait. Like, everyone's got nothing but time right now. So if you
That's a
really
valid
did
point.
want that latte, like, how often do we just go out for a drive just so we can listen to music in the car instead of the house? Like,
True.
so I kind of get it.
I get it, but like,
But goddamn,
oof.
who
Like,
knows?
even when there's nothing to do, that's
That's a long wait for a coffee.
a long way for a coffee. I think that's it for today.
I think that's everything, yeah.
Okay.
That was all we had planned.
Yeah. I am your...
That was too long of a pause. What are you?
Yeah. I'm your co-host, Austin.
And I'm your co-host, Megan. And
And
this was Vanilla Chill.
Vanilla Chill. Alright, I think we got it.